Blackberry and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be discussing Diane from BoJack Horseman and the hate that she gets from the fandom and why people don't necessarily understand her character. If you're willing to listen, please sit back, grab some berries, and enjoy. Hello. I finally get to discuss about BoJack Horseman, which makes me extremely excited. I wanted to discuss about her and what I think what he said to BoJack before he died. That BoJack deserved every bit of that, and my distaste and dislike for BoJack while understanding his character as well. Um, but instead, I'm making a video about Diane. Which isn't a bad thing. It's not. Diane's cool. She's not one of my favorite. That goes to Princess Carolyn and Mr. Peanut Butter. But after rewatching and understanding and breaking down her character and looking within the fandom, seeing that not a lot of people like her, just like Pearl from Steven Universe, I just want to have a clear and quick understanding and break down her character in my personal opinion. Anyway, I think the main hatred towards Diane is the fact that she is too pessimistic and too, I don't know, quick to anger with Mr. Peanut Butter and stuff like that. But my counteraction or counter argument to that is she has every right to be. She didn't grow up in the best household. Does that give her an excuse to be a total asshole? No, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't. That would be stupid to say that you're excused just because you're in a bad household to treat everybody else like shit. But when it comes to Mr. Peanut Butter, he does not listen. Yes, he is a good boy, but he still doesn't listen to what Diane has to say or think or do, which just shows how little he cares. I get it. He says he loves her, he says all this stuff, and then even after when they get divorced, he says Diane's no fun because that's just Diane. Not understanding the context of what he specifically did. He doesn't grow up. He kind of just refused to, which is so annoying and aggravating, so I can understand why Diane gets angry at him. He pushes his things or things that he like onto Diane, which is one, parties. Diane doesn't like parties. She could say it 1,000 times. She does not like parties, and yet Mr. Peanut Butter will go out of his way to throw a party for her or do things that she never asked. It was her thing. The whole Bell Library thing was her thing. She never asked him to do it for her, and yet he did. Which was aggravating. Get it, he's loving and caring and he wants to do all this stuff for her because his way of showing love is to do big gestures. But at the end of the day, Diane is not the type to do that stuff or not the type to want that type of stuff. So him doing it and going out of his way to do it is just aggravating because it's like you don't listen. You don't know what I actually like. So you thinking that I would like what you like just because I'm dating you or marrying you is aggravating, which is what Diane is going through. I can get the whole she's way too pessimistic because she very much is, but I can like also blame that on the fact that, dude, she's depressed. No shit. It's a weird concept to talk about, which I'm not in any type of way reliable when it comes to talking about depression. Even though I got my issues myself, you would have to go to like an actual psychologist for that stuff. I can't give you any type of inlook on that stuff. And I'm guessing the hatred for her is also the fact that like she's very much feminist, which I don't mind about her. It's not something that I hate about Diane. It's just who she is. It's not that big of a deal. But people don't like that. They say like she gets Mr. Peanut Butter in trouble because she tried to speak up about hip hop hippopotamus, even though she had every right to do so because hip hop hippopotamus was a bad person. And there's no way of looking at that. That doesn't make him seem like a bad person. But I can see that he didn't want her to get death threats or things and other stuff. So expecting someone to be quiet about what the hippopotamus guy does is shitty, but I can see why people get upset. I'm not mad at her for being a feminist. You can do that all you want. But she needs to know where to not step over her boundaries where it could put her and her significant others in danger. And she needs to learn there's certain things you don't say. Like when one time she got drunk or something and said, "What are you gonna do? Hurt me?" to Bojack, which can be a bit shitty even though she was joking. Which from Bojack's point of view, it wouldn't be that shocking. Knowing from him, he he probably would, since he literally kissed her. But you know, whatever. My distaste for Bojack needs to be shoved down because I'm talking about Diane. One thing that makes Diane so relatable is her depression. She feels like being on those pills stunts her from her growth, which doesn't. But I can understand why and how she feels that way. That those medication does not make you feel oh so well. There's certain medications and certain pills that you have to go through so you can find the right one for you. But when she finally made her little mystery girl thing and it became a big success, it's amazing. I'm so proud of her. She did so good. But people don't like to bring up that form of accomplishment, even if she doesn't feel fulfilled. That's what happens. Sometimes people don't feel fulfilled. You can't expect them to feel that type of way towards Diane, or expect them to feel oh so happy all the time and stuff like that, because Diane has issues. Sorry. If you don't like that, then you have to go to someone else. You should expect that. If you know from the earlier seasons, her family was flat out garbage to her. They were trash, absolute doo water. But I'm glad she found Guy and she became better and she's now living her best life, and she stopped hanging around Bojack because, in my opinion, Bojack makes everyone terrible, makes everyone feel bad because he had the world down on him and he wants to feel bad. So why not bring someone else down with him? I'm glad she's a better person now, and people need to see that. I really love the way the colors came out in this video, and while I'm here, I wanted to make it clear that I will be doing Twitch now. If y'all want to join me over there, it will be in my bio. If y'all like the video, please comment down below to tell me what you want me to do in the future, and have a lovely day filled with dozens of berries.